Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am the Devo Slack. I am joined here with the Clintoris and the Guch, and this is Fantasy TV. So the idea behind this is to take fantasy sports and apply it to television. What we're doing this season is we're watching The Mandalorian Season 2, and every week we are going to come up with different predictions to see if we can accurately determine what's going to happen in the series. So this first episode, it's kind of going to be a summation of what the rules are, the concept of the show, and then for episode 1, season 2, The Mandalorian, we're going to give our quick predictions. So let me go ahead and start up with the rules real quick, boys. You can make as many predictions as you want, first and foremost. 100% accurate predictions are going to be worth 3 points. 50% or partially accurate predictions will be worth 1 point. If something happens and you make a prediction, it doesn't occur in that episode, but you feel so strongly that it's going to happen in the season, you'll have the option in the next recording to make that a season-long prediction. And the idea, so like, for example, you say, Johnny is going to blow up a store, but it doesn't happen that first episode, but you think it's going to happen in the season, so you can push it back to a season-long theory, in which case it's only worth 50%, so 1.5 points. Anything that you miss, a big fat 0. So let's see here. And so I want to keep it as simple as possible. So the idea is that every week before that episode airs, we get together, we determine what's happened in the past, figure out what we think is going to happen in the next episode, and then kind of go from there. So I think it'll be a fun little exercise to see how well we know these characters, this show, and kind of go from there. So I figure since it's the inaugural episode, if you guys have anything to say, that you want any questions, any comments, concerns, I'm just going to hop right into it.
I think I'm good.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right. So for me, I have seen season 1 of The Mandalorian before. Yesterday I started my rewatch. The idea is that I'm going to watch every episode in order and leading up into the season premiere for season 2. So 9 episodes in a row. So far, it's been beautiful. It's been amazing. And today, I watched the very last episode just to get kind of like that little reminder of what happened in season 1. So for me, thinking back of what happened, there's some stuff that I think is going to happen kind of long-term in the season, but I don't think it's going to happen in episode 1. For me, I think there's one big moment that's going to happen, and I think Boba Fett is going to be revealed. If you've seen any of the trailers,
Hold on. You mean, can you specify revealed? Do you mean that he's going to physically appear in the show, or that he'll be mentioned?
He will physically appear in the show. So I don't remember what episode it was. It's the episode where Ming-Na and whatever dude are on Tatooine, and that guy double crosses her, and he kind of leaves her for dead. But then there's this shadowy figure that walks up to her body and then just cuts off. I'm 99.9% sure that is Boba Fett, and I have a feeling that episode 1, like it's almost like the worst kept secret for The Mandalorian that Boba Fett's going to be in the season. So I figure they're not going to wait at all, and episode 1, you're going to get what a lot of fans want, and that's Boba Fett. If you've seen any of the trailers, they kind of make it clear that the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, is... if I'm saying that right, he's tasked with finding other Mandalorians to help him in finding what species this baby, this child belongs to return him. And I feel that task itself is going to lead him to Boba Fett. And ironically enough, and I do believe that season 2, episode 1, Boba Fett makes his triumphant return.
Who's the Timothy Oliphant character?
We don't know.
That's not Boba Fett, though.
Yeah, no.
Timothy.
Tamura Morrison has been cast in The Mandalorian.
Oh,
so, but that's a wide range of characters, right? It could be Boba Fett. It could be one of the surviving clones from the Clone Wars TV show, or even from the movies. So, it's not 100% certain who Tamura Morrison is going to play.
So
All
we should
right.
go. Are we gonna go one by one, or we're just gonna throw out all our predictions?
I would just throw
at
all your
once?
predictions. For me, like and like I was saying, I
Oh.
want going through episode 1,
No, 'cause
episode.
I think we should like obviously your prediction seems like more of a long or like a midterm prediction. So I mean, I doubt they're gonna show Boba
Well,
Fett
he's
in
Gooch.
the first.
He said he's gonna appear in episode 1.
Yeah,
That's
and I'm
what you
calling it out.
said.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No.
Episode 1, baby.
It's too soon. It's
You-
too soon.
hey,
You gotta
man.
build it
Hey,
up.
dude, this
There's
is
no
Luke. This
way.
is Lucas
All
Arts.
right,
You pull
all
that
right,
dick
so-
out.
All right. So I agree with you. They got to do something big, but I'm gonna go. People want right. People want the Boba Fett. I agree with that.
They want
I
that
agree
big
with
Boba
that.
dick.
I know. I was gonna bring that up later on in the season that Boba Fett was gonna come out, right? But in this one, people want to see in the Mandalorian the love interest, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh.
And what I'm seeing is that this whole thing about taking at the end was like they have to take the young
child.
the child to the sorcerers, type the Jedi. That's what it is. I want to bring up. I know I'm an old. The people that listen to what I'm gonna keep this short. Try to keep it short. The people that listen to us, they know that I hate the current type of storytelling that starts. I'm an old school Star Wars fan, and
Expanded
the
universe.
the expanded universe, the Mandalorians and the Jedi, they are classic enemies. The Jedi freaking wiped them out. They wiped out the race.
So-
not this way,
right.
not the way of thinking. That's how they brought the Mandalorians back. The way of thinking. But in the extended universe, they're a fucking race, dude. They're a whole they were a war bounty,
Yes.
extremely strong race that the Jedi had to deal with.
Yeah.
They had to suppress them, right? And from the way I'm thinking is that the love interest that he eventually is going to fall in love with is this enemy of his, of the Mandalorian, which is going to be a Jedi. And there's gonna be a conflict. There's gonna be a conflict to where, obviously he cares for the child, right? Because obviously the motherfucker saved him like tons of times, and even in the trailer that we watched, the child knows what the Mandalorian is thinking. So if you guys watched it, it's a pretty good trailer. I could watch it and it's fun. But what I'm thinking is, I don't know if it's gonna be what's the Rebel. I never watched the Rebel, the Star Wars Rebels. Ashko, what's her name? The
Ahsoka Tano, baby.
Ahsoka Tano,
Played
right?
by one
She's also in
Rosario
Clone
Dawson.
Wars.
She's gonna be in it, right? That's what I'm understanding.
Yep. Rosario
Yeah, so
Dawson has been cast in The Mandalorian season 2,
So-
and it's basically I'm pretty sure it's already confirmed that she is Ahsoka
Confirmed,
Tano.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I don't know what's gonna happen in episode 1, but later on, you're gonna have one badass in the Mandalorian, and another badass, another badass Jedi as I remember her name. She just told me. They're gonna fall in love, man. That's my prediction. That's my prediction.
But this is for episode 1, Gooch. You predict episode 1?
No, it's not gonna happen in episode 1. Episode 1.
Okay, so what's your episode 1
lead
prediction
into
then?
it.
So to
My
be fair,
prediction-
he doesn't have to do episode 1.
Yeah,
He can do
I
the
don't
season
know.
1, but the season long predictions are only
my-
worth half a point.
My problem with season 1 is that with episode 1 is that obviously they're gonna have to lead back into the season, into the story, right? And although something may be revealed in episode 1, but something so huge, I doubt it. They're gonna lead it into it. They may say, this is one of my predictions for episode 1. They may say that he needs to find an incredibly strong Jedi that survived the purge, and it may be what is her name?
Ahsoka.
The Twi'lek chick.
Sasha Banks character?
No.
So Ahsoka's not a Twi'lek, but
She's not Twi'lek. Oh,
no, she's whatever Shakti
No, I'm
is.
saying,
Shakti,
but isn't
yeah.
Ahsoka in this? I mean, isn't the Sasha Banks character in this?
Sasha Banks
but
is in this, but we don't know who she's playing.
Yeah,
Well, but she looked like a Jedi. If that was her, it looked like she was a Jedi.
she may be,
She's
but
just a woman in a hood.
Yeah,
Granted,
I'm
fair enough.
Talking about what's her face. So
You want to
That's
talk,
my
talk about
prediction.
Ahsoka Tano.
So
right.
that's my prediction. They
So
may
your
mention a
prediction
Jedi.
is season long. Mando's gonna fall in love with Ahsoka.
Yes.
Wow.
I like
All right.
it. Hey, you know what?
That's a good one.
That's interesting because they did show there was one episode dedicated to the fact that some woman got all hot and bothered for Armando, and
Yeah.
that fool was like almost willing to fucking
Yep.
lay down that law. So
that the farmer chick.
yeah,
So you guys don't
Yeah.
think that woman's gonna appear in this season?
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so. She was such a minor character, and I mean, if anything, if there's another character that he may fall in love with, it's gonna be Gina Carano's character. But it's
Not
too
gonna happen,
obvious. Yeah, it's too obvious.
Yeah,
I don't think
not
it's
gonna happen.
It's
I
not
don't
gonna
think
I
happen.
think Gina Carano's character.
Oh, she's gonna play a big part in this role.
No, I feel like Gina Carano's character might not be into guys.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. It may be true. You're absolutely
Her
right.
character might not ever be in a love situation.
Yeah,
in the
I
series,
think her
I feel
character might not be in a love situation, not
Yeah.
because she's not into guys, but I think mostly because she's a warrior and like
Yeah.
fighting is her love, fighting is her passion.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, fellas, I got some predictions here.
Let's
All right,
hear
here
it.
we go.
Let's hear it.
No, they're not fucking monsters like you guys fucking laid down, because I don't know. I don't have a grasp on where this is gonna go after watching the trailer. Watched it for the first time today, which was the scene where this fool had what's the fucking things that she made for him, that armorer made for him that light up and shit on his greave.
Oh, they had a specific name for it too. Fuck, I forgot what
the
it
name
was.
of it. But
Yeah,
it lit
They're-
up, and then
I think
the
she called them
child
whistlers or
closed-
something.
The child closed up his little flying, like,
His little carriage.
cradle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Fucking hilarious. Okay, so number one prediction. Episode 1. Stormtroopers will appear, and they will definitely miss their target if they shoot. When they shoot.
Come on.
All right.
What the hell? That's like saying a Jedi will appear and he'll use the Force.
But no, but here,
Or
but
he'll
here's
get a
but
hood.
so okay. So, but to be fair, what he's saying is that
All right.
stormtroopers will appear and they
All
will
right.
miss their target. Now,
All right.
if we let's see, was it? Gosh, I don't think it was until episode 7 when a stormtrooper actually
Yeah.
fired.
Yeah, you don't see
Because
that.
we've
You didn't
seen
see it.
stormtroopers early on in
Yeah.
Mando, but none of them shoot. And even
Yeah,
still,
you're right.
it wasn't until the last episode where Adam Pally and Jason Sudeikis are trying to take pot shots at that can, and they keep missing.
Mhm.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So
That was funny.
that's the
Okay.
prediction, right? There's gonna be
Yes.
stormtroopers, and they will miss their target.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
I like these little fun ones. Question for you guys. I can't remember off the top of my head. I guess I could have looked it up, but I think it's funner to ask you guys. This series takes place between episode 6 and 7 or after episode 9?
After Return of the Jedi,
Yeah.
and I think
After
it's
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I think it's. I want to say. I don't know for sure. I want to say it's at least. It's more than a year. I'm going to say it's more than a year after
After
Jedi.
Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
And there's 10 years in between.
Jedi
6 and 7.
and Force Awakens. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say this. In episode 1, Luke Skywalker's name will be mentioned
Okay. Luke.
when they're talking about Jedis. I think Luke Skywalker's name will be mentioned.
It says here, to be more precise, the Mandalorian takes place around 9 ADY, just after the Battle of Yavin, which
Okay.
is 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Episode
Oh.
4. Yeah.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah, episode
It's,
4. Yeah.
So this is 4 years
9
after Jedi.
The Return of the Jedi, yeah. It
Oh.
said 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
So
Okay.
this is halfway through the time
Yeah.
period. So yeah, I think Luke Skywalker's name will be mentioned when they're talking about Jedis and shit.
Fair enough.
Okay, I think that more than 1 year will have passed between episode 10 and the first of season 1 and episode 1 of season 2. More than 1 year.
There are only 8 episodes in the first season.
8 episodes. Episode 8 and whatever.
So you
Whatever
think
the fuck.
more than a year?
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Carl Weathers had
Interesting.
a white beard in the trailer. He did not have that in the first season.
Fair enough.
So I think more than 1 year will have taken place.
Okay.
Okay.
Clint's swinging for the fences. He's getting all the points here.
And
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just throwing out things that I see and I think about. Okay, you know in the trailer there's a boxing match
Yeah.
between what's that species? That pig, the green pig species?
Gamorreans.
Yeah, there's a boxing match. That scene is not in episode 1.
Oh, I agree.
I think it's not in
I
episode
agree.
1.
No way.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think the trailer has like, I don't think any episode 1 is in the trailer.
Wow. That's a prediction, Guch?
I know.
You putting that on the record?
No, because my predictions are over.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Well,
the
you can-
episode's not
tell me
over
whatever you want.
if you want to do it.
You know what? I have nothing to lose, right? So fuck
Yeah.
it, put it in there.
All right.
Okay, and then my last prediction. You know how some of the episodes in the first season were episodic, where it was sort of
Yes.
the whole story was contained within that episode?
Right.
The first episode is not going to be like that. The first episode will concern more of the overarching plot, I believe.
So it's gonna be like more of like a review type episode,
I think it'll be a
overview type episode.
like, well, because I think what's actually going to happen is you're going to have more than a year has passed, and they're going to sort of reintegrate you into what's currently happening in the world of Mando and the child,
Right.
and it's going to be more about setting them up inside this second season, and introducing some new characters, more than it being Mando has this task to complete in this episode, and when that task is done, the episode ends, type of deal.
Right.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll be episodic. I don't think the first episode of the first season wasn't that way either. So I think those are my
Okay.
yeah. I had one question for you guys. This doesn't have to be a bet. Do you think that Moff Gideon appears in the first episode?
No.
No.
Because I don't think he does, but I'm not willing to put it in a bet.
No, I think because the very last image of season 1 is Moff Gideon standing on top of his TIE fighter with the Darksaber, and I think that Darksaber is going to be a huge plot point in season 2. But I don't think it's going to be touched in episode 1 because Moff Gideon is clearly the main villain, and he wasn't even introduced until episode 7.
No, I think they mentioned him in episode 1. I think. Am I wrong?
I watched it recently.
I think in the
they don't talk about. I don't think they've specifically mentioned Moff Gideon.
No, not the name, but I think his voice appears in episode 1 inside the tavern. I think.
I don't know, because it's what's his name, the German dude who is he's essentially the main antagonist until
Werner
Warthog. But yeah, he's basically the main antagonist until he dies, which is in episode 7, and then all of a sudden there's a higher power, which is Moff Gideon. And then once Moff Gideon's introduced, dude, watching that scene again, like
he's so badass.
He's so calculated. He's so like he knows every single thing about the people, like because he's got the 3 people pinned down, and he knows everything about them, and he can hear what's happening in there, and he's like, oh, I hear you're doing this. I know you're feeling this, so I'm going to do this. Like he's so super calculated, but. Different conversation. We're not here to talk about how awesome the show is. We're here to predict what we think is going to happen, at least in episode 1. Gooch had more season-long theories. I'm into it. So follow us on Twitter, @Welcome2Show, Instagram, W2S Pod, TikTok @Welcome2Show. Obviously, you can watch us live every Friday here on this Twitch. And we are going to watch episode 1 coming next Friday, and then we'll record our episode and determine how accurate our predictions were, and then make predictions for episode 2.
And give us your predictions if you want, and we'll grade you as long as we do. So,
so be better than us.
Yeah, be better than us, or hate us, or love us, or just don't care about us. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, or something.
Do something. Just leave your predictions.